Yes, sir, it's visible.
Oh, so in week, let me increase the size. Okay. So in week 5 and 6, what we have seen is week 5 and 6, we've seen list, right? Which is used to represent like this. And we have also seen list of list, and which is nothing but list within the list. And we store only the numbers, names, and whatever the data types we want, right? As integer or boolean, we used to store in the list of list. But in week 7, what we are going to look is dictionary. So I hope at least those who have watched, we used to represent the dictionary using the open curly braces and the closed curly braces. This is how we will represent the dictionary. So if I denote this like this is nothing but we call it as a empty dictionary, right? But how this dictionary structure will be looking? So each and each dictionary will have a key and value. So now why do we need key and value pair? We can store the data in list as well, right? So in list, what we used to do, just store number A, let's say the name one or the number one or two, again name two. We can store like this in a list, right? But why we also wanted to study dictionary?
Because
Can
we
anyone?
want, yes, sir. In a list, if we want any element, a particular element from a list, then we have to iterate over the all list. But in the dictionary, we can get that value by the key. That's why we use dictionary.
So if I wanted to find some number or name in the list, as you said, I want to iterate throughout the list. Sometimes in worst case, you need to iterate till the last. But in dictionary, you can easily get by assigning a key. Okay. But these all keys should be unique. Need to remember this. All the keys, whatever the keys you are assigning in the dictionary should be unique. So let's take one example in a dictionary. So this is my open curly braces. If I say name, let's say my name Ravi, and I have some marks 70. Similarly, for some other name, right? Let's say name 2, I have some marks. Sorry, this should be like this. This is integer. Let's say name 3, I have 90. So if you see all the keys are basically here what? Keys are names and values are mark. So if I wanted to identify anyone's mark, so I can simply get a value by just using the key, right? Let's say this dictionary name called marks. Is it clear for everyone so far? How this dictionary structure will look like and how can I store key value pairs and what is mean by key and what is mean by value?
So, like first variable is the first one thing stored is the key, and the second is the value. Is it
Yeah,
always like that?
yeah.
Okay.
So well, I can change my colors here. This is key and this is my value. You can say key 1 and its corresponding value. This is key 2 and its corresponding value. And if you look at it, all the keys should be unique. If I put name 2 again, because all name 2 is already there, it will throw an error. It won't allow you to insert a key with the same key. So this is key 3 and its value. So far clear?
So, sir, means here if we give the iterator that I want this key, so it will give the value of that key.
Value of, yeah,
Value of the key which I've asked it.
yes, yes.
Means here we don't have to iterate on the full list like we did in the lists.
That is the advantage of using the dictionary. You can easily identify using the key.
Okay.
So,
Can't
as
we save these values in the same pattern in the list of lists, sir? There also we can save it as I mean that in the unique fashion only, no, sir. Here, like
Uh,
Praveen 70, like Namaz 80, in the same way, list of list also, everything we are separating at the list of lists.
hmm.
Then what makes
Let
the
me come to
difference?
that.
Why we are mending to preferring the dictionary instead of list of lists? So we have the possibility of storing the same pattern in the list of lists.
Hmm. I'm not getting like what you are trying to say.
Sir, in the
Can you
list
repeat
of
once again?
lists, in the same
Hmm.
pattern, like you saved in the dictionary as Praveen 70, Namaz 80, and the name some 90 like that. In the same way
Yeah.
also in the list of lists also we can save this, no, sir? We can get this
Yeah.
data.
Yeah, I can get what you are trying to know. In the list of list, I can say this is Praveen. I'm just missing the quotation. Okay, don't worry. This I can save in a list of list like this also. This is what you are referring, right?
Yes. Then
Name
if it is
280.
happens in the list of lists, then what is the advantage of dictionary when compared to the list of lists? The same function is happening in list of list.
Yeah. Now, if I wanted to find a mark of this student, name 3, this is the mark and this is the student name 3. What you will do? You have to iterate through it, right? First, you need to iterate
make a loop.
for I in, let's say this is L for I in L. So this will come to this point and this will again a list. So you will iterate for again inner list called something called J. Again you will iterate for J in I. This is nothing but a inner list. What you will do? Again you take a J of 0, which is my name, and J of 1, which is my mark. Then you will have a if condition also, right? If my J of 0 equal to name 3, then only you will be able to find this mark 90, right, for this student. Am I right?
Yeah. Right, sir. 3 of 3,
But
correct.
but using the dictionary, what's the advantage is, if I
If you
wanted
can
to
repeat
find the
that,
student mark of name student whose name is name 3, I can simply get the value by just
hello.
using marks, and here I can represent name 3. So this will give you the value of 90 directly instead of iterating through it. This is easy to get by compared to the list, right?
Can you
Yes, sir.
repeat that once? I missed there. Sorry.
So instead of iterating and finding this, writing this much of code, in dictionary, what you can do is you can write the dictionary name and the key name in brackets. This will give you the value for that key because the name 3 value is 90, right here. If I write marks of Praveen, don't worry if I missed any quotations for the strings, okay? So this will be 70. This value will be 70. I can directly get using the key value. But in
Yes,
list of list, you need to iterate it. That's the problem. So you won't be able to find anything easily because that's gonna cost lots of time, right?
Sir, how we can add Praveen others details like Praveen age and
Yeah, I'm coming
etc.
to it and coming topics. So far, I just added a simple dictionary with name and marks. So far, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Sounds clear.
Tanmay, do you have any doubt here?
No, I'm just following on the instruction, whatever is said. So far, it's good. So basically, there is a
Because
difference between the list and the dictionary. So dictionary, as per the discussion, is more convenient to extract the value.
hmm,
If I'm right on the right track. Yeah.
okay. So okay, you just raised your hand. That's it. You can down your hand. Okay. 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 So far, it's clear. Okay. Let's move to the some complicated dictionary structure. So I'll erase this. Maybe some part of it, so that I'll take a reference from there. So I'm just taking an example from the scores data set only. So that I can able to cover all the concepts. You can take any data set. For this example, I'm taking scores data set. Similar to the scores data set, you can say. So now coming to a point, how can I find all the details respect to the student if I have the name? So if I take a name, something like this, marks, and key is name, how can I take all the values like city, gender, DOB, and what are the other marks? Whether maths, physics, chemistry. So all this were in sports data set. But how can I represent a dictionary so that I can extract all these values if I just say the key name Pravi? Any idea? Anyone?
We have to
So
give
guys,
the
means like
particular
Create
sequence number.
we do items
create
to
separate dictionary for each. I mean,
Separate dictionary, like for city, one more
or
dictionary,
yes,
for
No, sir,
gender,
the
one
gender
more
same dictionary with
dictionary.
all the particulars. Same dictionary with all the particulars, and the keyword is the sequence number. With that particular sequence, we can get sequence number is unique. Praveen, maybe one or two people duplication is possible, but in the sequence number, we can get a unique identity.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got your point. If I say sequence number, this one as key and 70 as mark, this basically refers to Praveen. But how can I extract all the information, other information for this sequence number one?
or we can create nested dictionary, the dictionary in
Hmm.
dictionary, like
So we can
Praveen.
create a nested dictionary. And so,
Using
okay,
loop.
let's using loop, we can get it. Not just using the loop, you can use one more key also. Let's see how to store it. Oh, what will do? I'll just erase this. I'll just erase this. Now I'll take a same dictionary called scores data set. Now I just store it in a different manner. It's just the same one. So I'll represent this like this, and I'll end here. That I can store long data, and I can write it here also. So this is my key, which is sequence number, and the value could be again a dictionary, as you said. So I can store name as Praveen, and I can store gender as key, and F, sorry, M, and M or F, anything, whatever.
PT, like that.
I'll just rewrite this and become messy. M and city, Chennai. So I can store like this. So if I'm missing somewhere quotation, don't mind. Okay. I can store like this also, right? And I can close this dictionary because these are the details I'm storing for this sequence number 1. So again, I can store for the sequence number 2. Again, I can store name. Can I store name again in dictionary? Because key should be unique, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So can I store name here?
I think no.
Yes, sir. This is the key.
Yes,
A
yes, sir,
separate
can be done.
dictionary.
Because it's a nested dictionary. In this dictionary, this is unique, right? Because I'm storing inside the nested dictionary. So I can take name 2 and again gender. I can take F and city, Mumbai, let's say. So this is again nested dictionary, and finally I'm closing it. So like this, I can store n number of details in a dictionary, right?
Yes, sir.
But how can I extract a specific detail if I want? Let's say I want to, let's say this is, assume this as a roll number or sequence number, whatever. If I know the sequence number or roll number of a person, let's say I want to extract a city where he is living based on the roll number. How can I extract? How can I represent that? So this is
School.
my dictionary name. What I need to do is, if I want to extract the
Sequence number dot city.
One
sequence number,
number
this is
and
Sequence
2.
number
Let's say I want to
2.
extract a city of this person.
2, sir.
So this will give you what?
The total info of that particular sequence number
This
2.
will give you a dictionary again with
Yeah.
whatever I have written here, name, gender, city. Okay. With again values will also be there. But I want to get directly city.
How you are storing, sir? Like it is in the form of rows
Sir,
or
after
with commas. If you separate with commas, like elements, L1, L2, L3, L4 elements are in the vertical form. How you
Sir,
are storing this, depending on that, we can call the command.
sir, after two right braces, city in braces, square
Yes, sir.
braces.
I
Then
can
we can
write
get the value of
city.
city.
Now, how it represents is, so I came to this, and this is my value. Since it is again a dictionary, so I'm using the key value this. For this value, this is, sorry, for this key, this is the Mumbai. So this value will be Mumbai, right? So now, I think everyone understood how to get the values from a nested dictionaries, right? Any
Yes,
doubts
sir.
here so far in dictionaries or dictionary of dictionaries?
Like you told in the marks one, they are separated by commas. So here also they will be separated by commas.
Yeah, here there should be comma. I missed.
So here also and in between also, like after.
Yeah, in between also. So any doubts here?
If you can repeat once.
Like where you want to repeat?
From the beginning, I guess.
Okay, then fine. Let's move to one more extent. We'll try to store a value in the as a list in this dictionary. So what we can do is erase this and this. So I can store mark as a key and value as a list. Can I store like this? And I'll close this. And I'll take mark and value. I can store it as a list and I can close this. So the value could be anything. It's not restricted to only dictionaries. It could be even list also, integer also, string also, boolean type also, right?
The value in the list, mark list, you're saying it can be string or Boolean variable.
No, the value for the mark key can be list.
Yes.
Marks can't be a boolean, no, sir. Marks are always a numeric.
I mean, what were
It's
you saying?
no.
I didn't get it.
I'm trying.
The key
I'm
value
trying
pair.
to
The
say
value for the key
the
can be anything.
the value for the value for the key can be anything. These values could be list, strings, integer. It could be again a dictionary also. Can you mute yourself who is speaking? This could be dictionary also. This could be list, this could be string, this could be integer, this could be dictionary, this could be boolean. It can be any value, but
Okay,
key
okay,
should
got
be unique. That's why we are storing now value as a list. And in this list, what I will do, I will store the 3 marks: mathematics marks, physics mark, chemistry mark in this order. So let's say 75, 65, 85, and let's say this is 85, 95, 80. Right? Is it clear? So maybe I'll take some pseudocode based on this.
Sir,
So far
in this
clear?
list we need to specify in which order the marks are, like maths, physics, chemistry, or chemistry, physics, maths.
So here I'm taking considering this order. Okay, but it could be in any order also. That can be mentioned in the question. If something is storing like this, that could be mentioned in the question. The marks are stored in this order. So no
Okay,
need to worry.
So we can again store the marks in the form of dictionary.
Yeah, we can do, but I'll try to explain this, then we'll go to that also.
In general,
Okay.
in the marks one, do we have to give the order prior, no, sir? MPC. You have taken an order of MPC.
Yeah,
So
here I have
you
taken
have to
order of
assign.
MPC.
Huh.
It could be any order, but if you're taking this order, it should be same
No,
order
whatever
for
the
here
order we
also.
are taking,
Here
you have
also.
to pre-design it. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
So
So
when
I'll come to the point where we can optimize more this. but this is not a good way to store. But I'll take some question on this, then we will further redesign this dictionary.
Yeah, in the same way, you have taken the scores to city. Instead of calling with the city, can I go with the names as line 1 and gender as line 2, city as line 3? Instead of city, if I call scores to line 3, the same result I can get now, sir.
Instead of
City, I can assign it as line 3. For example, your second dictionary is there. Dictionary number 2. Name is my L1 and gender is my L2. City is my L3. Instead of calling city, can I call it L3? The same it will come. If I give it as
you have to
L3,
call the
I can
key
assign
name.
L3 city.
you have to call
You're
exactly
changing the key
city.
name to L3.
It's not like L3 or L1.
Okay.
The order can be different, but you should call only using the keyword.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Even if I put city here, name, city, gender, it doesn't matter in dictionary.
Doesn't
You
matter.
need to call,
Yes.
you are anyway gonna call with the key value only. But in list it matters, right? But in dictionary it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, how can I extract all the marks from this? Let me erase this dictionary now. So we just move to complicated dictionary from this. I can also erase this also, I guess. Can I erase this?
Yes, sir.
So how can I take a mark of the specific student now?
In the same way, like city, we can go with number 2 sequence, scores 2, and we can call with marks. The order is MPC. If you want M, we can get, P we can get, C we can get.
So we can
Scores
call like
to
this course. Let's say 2 is the student we want.
Yes, sir.
And we can
Marks.
call mark. Now
Marks.
this will give you the value of list with values will be M, assuming this max physics chemistry mark. So this will be like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
So you
sir.
can extract this mark and you can do any operations if you want.
Right.
And if you specifically want to access
Mass, we can
physics mark,
Yeah.
what you can do?
Scores to
Induction.
marks.
Scores, mark.
Marks.
Now, if I
Physics.
want to get physics mark, here equal to 95.
Last of first or rest, first of rest.
Yeah, rest of lost.
You don't need to use rest of first of last, but you can use the index. Assuming you know that is a standard way of storing MPC, you can use the indexes. I can put 1. I can put 1. This is 0, 1.
Yeah, 1. Yeah.
This
Whatever
is
we assign, we can give it. Yeah, it's
Right?
okay, sir.
Okay. So this is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So what
Now,
does 2 represent?
2? Sorry?
Yeah,
This 2
score as in
represents sequence
Chemistry.
number or roll number, whatever is this one.
okay. So basically, 2 represent the ID of the student.
Yeah. This we stored as an integer. That's why I just put 2. This should be string with quotation. And this is again index. So for index, there is no quotation already.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to take all the keys from this dictionary, so for example, I wanted to take all the roll numbers which is my keys of this course dictionary, so that you will get to know how many students are there in this dictionary. Generally, how we can calculate how many students are there if storing in a list? We can use length of list, right? So that it calculates the number of students or number of elements in a list. Here, roll numbers are the dictionaries, and you are uncertain or don't know whenever you insert something, the how many students are there in your course data set. How can you calculate that? How many students are there? Basically, the number of keys is equal to the number of students in your dictionary, right?
Yes, sir.
So how can we do that? No?
Generally, it's a count one, sir. In general.
So do we need to count?
In general, but in the here I'm not talking about. In general, we can take it as a count is count plus one at the end of the iteration, so that
make a list of
we
keys.
can get all the list.
So you can do the length of the key, length of
Yes,
the
sir.
list. You
Length
get
of
the
the
number of
key.
keys.
Yeah, length of the key will be the total students.
But how can I find the length of the key? That's my question. Here you don't have a list structure, right? It's in a dictionary.
You make the
For
list with the
as we
keys as
define,
the element.
yes, sir. We can also get using length. We can get the number of students.
So for this, what I can do is I can say keys of the dictionary name, which is course. This will give my all the keys in a list form. So here my keys are 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will move on up to whatever the number it is assuming. Okay. This is how it will give you if you call keys of the dictionary name. So in this way, you can easily calculate the number of records that you have in your dictionary, right? So I can simply call, assuming these are the roll number, I can store this in your roll number. My roll number now will look like this list because I'm storing keys or scores, which is list with the keys of all the elements that I stored in my dictionary. So my list will be something like this, assuming there are 5 students. Now I can simply call length of roll number, right? To calculate the number of students are there in my dictionary. So this will give you 5. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Got it.
So, sir, this
Oh.
keys of scores. So, the keys give converts the scores dictionary into list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, keys gives the total elements, and length gives the total number of elements.
Keys give you the list of elements where each element is keys in your dictionary.
Yes, sir. The length will give
Will
the
make a
total
new
length.
list,
Yeah.
and that list will have the keys from the dictionary.
Okay. Is it clear now? So we'll move to the other part now.
So, sir, to get the keys of the sub dictionaries, like for roll number one, we have to write one and then the keys and bracket one.
Yeah. Now, if we want to get the keys of student 1, you can take keys scores of 1. This is itself a key, but this gives you again a dictionary. So since this gives you again a dictionary, this dictionary will also have some keys. So it will give you the list with the keys of name, gender, city, and mark. So don't mind if I miss comma or quotation. Okay. So this is how the list will be.
List of that particular key only, no, sir? Those values are of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
particular key.
Yes, yes.
So this is key with lists.
So any doubts here so far?
No.
If you can speak,
I have just one
clarify on the
doubt.
key with this thing, dictionary part.
Sorry.
The
Sir,
last part,
sir, what
which
you
you
have
mentioned,
written
key with
name.
dictionary. If you can reiterate and on those, highlight those aspects.
I'm not getting, sorry.
If you can
Where,
clarify those points, like the key with dictionary part, the last part which you mentioned.
this one?
Yeah.
So you want me to explain this again?
Yes.
Okay. So this is clear, right? If I take keys of scores, how this list is coming.
Yeah, this gives a length basically.
Okay. No, if you want to specifically say length, then only it will give you the number of elements. Otherwise, it will give you list one. But if you wanted to take these values, which are keys of your inner dictionary for this specific student. So for that, you can write scores of 1. So this will give you a dictionary with name equal to something Praveen, gender with some value, and city with some value, and mark with dictionary. Right? But I want to extract these keys. So what I can simply do, since this is a dictionary, I can write keys of scores of 1. So this will be valid only if this is dictionary. Otherwise, it will throw an error, right? So this will give you as like this name, gender, city. If you are calling something like this with closed bracket with other key, this should also be a dictionary. Then only these keys will work. Okay.
I have one doubt, sir. It will give name or it will give the name assigned to name.
No, it will give you just name only. It won't give you Praveen, gender, whatever the value it has. Because we are calling keys only, not values.
Okay. So then if we need to go to that particular name, then how we'll go?
I don't know whether this has been covered in this lecture or not, but there is a method to get the value by calling values scores of 1. Okay, this will give you all the values of your keys as a list. So this will give you Praveen, because these are the values which I have for this. So it will give you Praveen, May, Chennai, and this will give you another list because that is again a value. So this will give you another list. Let me erase this. So this will give you another list with 75, 65, 85, and finally close it with the list. If you call values. I don't know. I'm not sure whether it has been there. This values keyword in week 7.
So basically, this tells me, or this tells us the person or the person who has a score with say 1 or the tag 1. What are the other value of other fields of that person related to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far clear, like how to access Mr. Dictionary, how to access list within the dictionary. Is it clear so
Yes,
far?
sir.
So this is the fundamental thing which you need to be understand. So and also week 8 also has the same concept of dictionary. If you don't understand, and this is very, very important for your programming part also. If you go to Python, this lists and dictionaries is are very, very important. Okay, then so I'll erase this.
Yes, sir.
So what I'll do now is I'll further complicate this mark values. Okay, so I'm just upgrading this dictionary. Okay, I'm not creating a new dictionary. And finally, I'll also explain how to create a dictionary, and I'll explain some of the pseudocodes which are directly from the slides. So can I erase this also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll expand this. Okay. So this also will take an expansion. I'll take this. Now suppose this mark dictionary is a dynamic one. Suppose this mark dictionary I wanted to be dynamic. Dynamic in the sense like suppose like let's take an example. Each student will have a different number of subjects, right? Each student has different number of subjects like we used to have in 12th standard, right? So every student will have same details, this name, gender, city, according to the roll number. But if you go to mark, like C group students will have a different subject. A group student will have a different subject. Some might have physics, chemistry, mathematics. Some might have biology, physics, chemistry. Some might have economics, commerce, right? And all these things, how can I store? If I last time I just hard coded using maths, physics, chemistry. In that case, okay. But if I say the mark dictionary varies based on the number of subjects that they are having, how can I store it?
Creating one more
You can
dictionary.
store it as a
And
dictionary.
Now it's getting a little bit complicated, right? I can take a dictionary now again, and I can have a key as max and 85, and chemistry, let's say 75 or 77, whatever, and finally physics. So in this case, I don't need to worry whether I'm following the order, this order or not, because now I stored everything in my dictionary, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
And similarly here I can store whatever the subjects also I want. Now I can move to economics because this student, assuming this student does not belong to this group, he will have economics, commerce, and accounts. There is one subject called accounts, I guess, but writing in short form. So now he will have something like this also, right?
Yes.
But the problem now is you can't specifically say that student having this number of subjects, okay, and I can easily extract. So if I wanted to say, I need a max mark of this student. First, you need to check whether this student has max subject or not, right?
Yes.
So how can we check whether this student has max subject or not? The student too.
Like
Check the
does it
keys.
contain the list containing M maths?
The keys from the dictionary or the
Again, I'm
marks.
using this keys concept. Okay, this keys, the dictionary
Scores.
called name scores.
Scores,
I'm
mark.
taking the 2, and this will give you again dictionary. And again, I'm going to marks.
Marks.
Okay. And this will give you what?
The
My
fees of the
subjects.
mark.
Subject's name. Subject name.
Name of the
Subjects,
subject.
not marks. This will give you economics, commerce, and accounts. Now you can easily iterate through this and you can find whether max subject is there in my mark this with this student or not. So I can simply write if max in L or not. Let's say this as L.
Enlist.
So if it is there, I can assume this max equal to true. Assume this max subject is there. You can take some other variable also. Okay, bool max something
Found.
called like this. You can set equal to true if it is there, max in L, right? Else it is false. Simply we can do this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And if you wanted to take the value of these marks for this, this specific marks of this subject for this student. So one way is you can simply take it using marks, and you can have one other key called economics or whatever subjects, you can get a value of that. But another way is to create you can iterate through the loop. Let's assume this L as this subject name. What you can do is for subject in L, you can take a dictionary called scores data set, and you can take 2, assuming like I'm hard coding here, okay, and this marks. Now you can take the subject, which is my variable here, which is representing this. So this will be keep on changing for every iteration in this my list. So this will give you according to the subjects whatever you have. First time it will give you 68 for economics, and second time it will give you commerce 97. Next time it will give accounts 87. Is it clear?
Sir, how many times we can create dictionary in dictionary in dictionary?
There is no limit. There is the only limit is if Python has a memory limit. I am not sure what is the memory limit. I couldn't recall it. Only the memory limit is there. Other than that, you can have so many nested dictionaries. Okay. Any doubts here so far? So on next we'll see how to create a new dictionary based on existing dictionary. We'll use this dictionary to create another dictionary so that we'll have that dictionary in a neat and clean manner uh, to get some useful information.
So this second loop that
Hmm.
you have right here, it is for the values. To get the values of dictionary.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No one is assuming no one is having any doubt so far. Okay. What I will do, I'll erase some of the parts again. Okay. Now we'll try to create a new dictionary which has only specific mark subject. Let's say I want to create a dictionary for math. So what it will have is roll number of a student and value is max mark 85, something like this. Again, roll number of a student and max mark something 87 and so far. If I want to create a dictionary from this course data set like this, how can I create?
So first we will initialize our empty dictionary.
Okay.
And then we make a condition while table 1 or the data has rows or the elements. And then for get the values of the keys, we iterate a loop for each loop and print the name of that empty dictionary, square brackets in that keys and is equal to value.
Is it getting interesting or boring? I'm adding so much
Yeah,
condition.
this is
Okay. Okay, fine. We'll look at it. Okay. Sorry. Just wait for a minute. Someone is calling. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay. Just meanwhile, think on it. I'll be back in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay?
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, you are not audible. That's why.
Okay. So, if I want to create a dictionary like this, first what I'll do, I'll initiate a empty dictionary, something called Max Dictionary, right? Then what I will do, I need to iterate through all the students, right, to get a max, right?
Yes.
So we'll iterate through all the students now. So based on that, we'll look how to get the maximum. So now what I will do for roll number in what I can do now, keys of scores dictionary, right? So basically what this will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roll numbers, right?
Yes.
Now what I need to do, I need to create a dictionary for this max mark. So now what I need to check whether this student is having max subject or not. Then if the student is having max subject, then I need to create a roll number and mark, right? In my new dictionary. Is it clear what we supposed to do?
Yes, sir.
So how can I get
Excuse me.
In the dictionary, don't we get other fields like name, gender, and city, sir, in the mass dictionary of that particular? Only you are taking the marks and only the sequence roll numbers?
Yeah. I'm trying to form a dictionary like this. So according to the question or according to the condition, you can form some other dictionary also.
No, in general, if we form a dictionary of one which you are doing as a mass dictionary with the scores as the keys roll numbers, can't it save the name? Can't it save the other fields also in the same way?
It is
Yeah, you
stored,
can
but you
store
have to
a
create a
next
new
dictionary
dictionary
also.
in this
Okay.
format.
So you can take a roll number and you can store next dictionary also. That's also works. Or you
Yeah,
can
now
store as a
particularly
list also.
you are emphasizing now only on the mass part.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, is key function?
Sorry.
Is key, like if is key and scores and
Now
we need
what
to
we
create a
need to
list
check
with the
is
subjects for that card.
we need
that
to check whether this roll numbers, we are going to iterate through the roll numbers, whether this roll number is having a max subject or not in order to form this max dictionary. So what we'll do now, we'll check if subject called maths, or what I will do, I'll simplify this further. I can store subjects equal to scores of roll number, which is variable here, iterating through every sequence, and mark. Like I'm again saying, don't mind if I miss comma or quotation. Okay. So this will give you what I forget is keys here.
dictionary of subject name.
Subjects equal to, don't mind the spacing also. Sorry. If I'm taking this, my subject value will be what? My subject will store these values, right? For the first iteration, it will store max, chemistry, physics, for the roll number 1 here. And for the roll number 2, what it will do? It will have a value of economics, commerce, and accounts. So now we got a list. So in that list, we are storing the subjects, whatever the student has had on every iteration. Now we can easily check whether the student is having max mark or not, max subject or not, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what we can do now, if
subject equal to double equal to max, then we can store the list.
If max in my list or not, subject list. If it is there, what I can do? How can I store the keys and values in my empty dictionary?
Maths of that empty dictionary name.
So I can take math dictionary,
Math
which is my empty
dictionary.
dictionary, and I need to
Square bracket.
provide a key value of roll
Yes.
number, right? So
Yes,
here
sir.
roll number is a variable, so I can put roll number like this. Since this changes every iteration, I can take roll number from this. Then the value should be what? Again, another question.
Marks or the subject.
Maths roll number plus
Math, sir.
marks.
So for this, what we can do, we'll do one more step. So that will be easy for you to visualize. What happened? Okay. Now I'll store the mark in a mark variable. This, what it will do, I can take a dictionary scores. So now I found that max is definitely there in that student. So I can, in a safe manner, I can take score, roll number, mark, and max as a key. So this will give you my max mark, right? And now I can store this max mark in my max dictionary. Max dictionary equal to, it should be
Maths
equally
roll number
open bracket and bracket, and the roll number
is equal to
equal
marks.
to mark, right? So in this way, I will be able to store my max dictionary use like this one. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the small step I'm doing. So we can do for others also. So once you finally store it, so this second student won't will be not storing this since it doesn't have max mark. So this loop will become false, right? So we won't be storing. Finally, our max dictionary will be something like 1. 1 is again integer, so there won't be any code, and it will be 85. So this second student won't be. Okay.
Sir, if there are more than one student, then
Then it will store something. If suppose the third student is having a max and he has mark 76, it will be stored like this and comma, and fourth student something 66, and seventh student has 91. So it will be stored. So
no, I mean to say, sir, last step, math dictionary braces roll number, then equal to marks. I mean, this step will be changed, I think.
no, I'm just storing the max mark, right? I don't need to change any code here. If my third student is having same structure and mark in this mark dictionary as max, so that will get stored here. This will become true if the student is having max, right?
Okay, like appending the dictionary, that's what I mean to say. Ki maths dictionary basis roll number and equal to marks. So we can, in this form, we can append the dictionary.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So any doubts here?
Explain the third line.
Third line where? The subject. Here, this line. The subject is equals to key score roll number marks.
Keys. Subject is equal to keys scores.
What it will give? So I'm taking keys, scores, and roll number and mark. So this subject will have a values of maths, chemistry, physics in a list form, right? That's why I'm checking if maths is in my subject or. So this will return true or false if my maths is there in my subject list or not. Is it clear so far?
Yes, sir, clear.
Any doubts so far? What are the concepts we have discussed?
So, sir, here scores is the one which is already available, and we are trying to create another dictionary only for maths marks. So the input is already available like scores, and we are extracting data from there to create another dictionary.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So
I
where
think I
we'll
covered
use this, because otherwise also we can extract the marks from like directly from scores. So why we need to create this one?
this max one, right? Max dictionary.
Like to.
So you're asking why we are trying to create this max dictionary, right?
Yes. Yes.
So if I say extract top 3 max mark, what you will do?
Okay, so like to reduce the number of iterations to go there, because it's not very clean, so this will give me a easier way to handle.
But using max dictionary, it's very easy to handle
Yeah.
compared to the scores dictionary,
Yes, yes,
right? You can easily iterate and you can use your as usual list methods to easily find the top 3 max mark. So in this case, if you want to find top 3 max mark, what you will do, you can directly take values of this max dictionary, which will give you list of all max mark 85, 96, 78, and 63. And next it is very simple as we have seen in week 3 or 4. Now it's very simple to get top 3 marks or the top mark or least mark, whatever, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. So I think I covered all the concepts so far, whatever it's there in week 7. Any doubts in week 7? I think I'll just check whether I have missed any concept or not. Okay, I think I almost covered everything. So I just missed one procedure which is covered in the lecture, whether it is key present in the dictionary or not. I think we'll be using it in some of the practice sessions also. I'll just cover that now, and we can have a discussion if you guys have any doubts, or else we'll wind up the session. Okay. We'll take a annotation. Can I erase everything here so far, whatever I have written here?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, okay. So there is a function is key, which you might have seen in lectures. And what it basically takes is, it takes dictionary as an argument and key as another argument. This is key or any word you can say, not just a key. Whether this word is the key in this dictionary or not. So this is how we used to check. After checking, this will return either true or false. Okay. So how this internally works? So it's just a simple pseudocode procedure. I can write is key, this D as a dictionary and K as a keyword. What I will do is written in lecture. I'll take same example procedure. And first I will initialize found equal to false. Then what can I do? Now
For
as
each
usual,
key in
we can
dictionary.
take the keys from the
For
dictionary,
each
right?
key
For each key in keys of my dictionary,
dictionary.
what I can do, I can simply check if the key which we are iterating in my dictionary is equal to the given key which I am passing here. If it is there, I can say found equal to true, right? And also I can break the loop also, right? I can write break, or as written in pseudocode, I can say exit loop. Because once we find, we don't need to iterate further through the dictionary, right? So that's it.
If you
So
can
I'll just
illustrate this pseudocode which you just created through an example, that would help us really.
through the example. Okay, that's fine. Finally, what I will do, finally I will return this found variable, which does stores either return true or false. So I can take any dictionary, something called, again I can take a dictionary called Math dictionary itself, I guess. Or I can take one and roll numbers as marked. Let's say this is my max dictionary. And second two and 70. And third 685 and 491. And so far it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, and some values are there up to 1000 students. And assuming here I have given and sorted order as a roll number, let's say the roll number has some specific format, right? So I'll take a roll number, something as our degree has. So that That will make more sense. So let's take a roll number 25, F3100001 and 26 1000 1787. Similarly, 26 F100 1012 25 F3 1007 876. This is a max dictionary and everyone has some marks. Right? And it have n number of students with roll number and values. Okay. Now what we will do, we'll try to find whether the student has a attempted max or not. If the student has attempted, definitely this math dictionary will have its mark, right? So now if I say this, call this function is key and dictionary equal to math dictionary, and along with this key, what I will do, I'll need to pass my roll number. Consider this all roll numbers or string, okay? And if I want to pass some roll number 25 F301001967. Now this procedure or function will give you true or false. If it is true, that means this student is there in your max dictionary and it has some mark. Otherwise, there is no such student exists in your math dictionary. That means he hasn't attempted or he hasn't got the result for his math.
So instead of key, this is key is only for the Boolean, sir.
Yeah, this only
That
returns
is the only
Boolean value.
difference we are making with key and is key.
Yeah. This is actually a function which we have created, but such kind of function exists in Python also. You can check. And or else the simpler way to check is what I would say is you store a keys math dictionary. So anyways, this will give you the list of all the keys which will be roll numbers, and you can simply check whether this roll number is there or not. Whatever I check, 25 F31967 is in this keys of math dictionary or not. This is even easier to check. You don't need to belong to this function, and this is what the function is also exactly doing, right?
Sir, sir, we are checking for maximum in maths. Hello,
Yeah.
sir, we are checking for maximum marks found by the student in maths.
I'm not checking here anything. I'm just checking whether the student exists with this roll number in my max dictionary. Or
Okay, sir. Yep, understood.
okay.
Suppose, say in the shopping data set, let's consider shopping data set for a while. So in that, suppose I want to understand if a person, or suppose who bought apparel, then in that case, what should be our approach?
Who bought apparel?
Apparel.
So you will be passing some person's name or unique ID for that person, right?
Suppose there are like 10 or 15% randomly who have bought apparel in different quantities.
Okay. You want to sum up
I'm just
all
throwing
the
an
quantity?
arbitrary number. I'm just throwing a random number. Maybe 15% have bought apparel in the shopping data set.
So in that case, what you wanted to check?
I wanted to check how will this is key function works on that particular kind of problem.
Okay, you wanted to check whether that person has bought apparel or not.
No, I wanted to understand, will this is key work help me in that kind of situation?
Yeah, it works, right? You just iterate through all the persons which will be having some unique IDs, shopping data set, and you iterate through all the key. For each key, get the whether the person has bought some apparel or not. Whether the apparel will be again a nested dictionary with apparel as a key. Then you can use is key with that nested dictionary, right? Whether this person has bought apparel or not. If you even want to check specific apparel, then you can go inside the apparel dictionary. Then you can check specifically. This dictionary could be shopping dataset and a unique key called sequence number. Then if he has bought apparel, this is again a dictionary. And in this dictionary, if you take keys, this will give you the list of apparels he bought with the count, right? The number of count he bought for that apparel. So in this case, you can check this will be your dictionary. If I say this is my dictionary equal to D1, I can use my is key procedure. Is D1 equal to whether they bought a footwear, toiletry or not, something like that. I can pass this, I can check whether this person has bought this or not.
Okay.
So you need to start practicing a bit. And this is also very, very important. I hope everyone have understood the concept, but if you try to solve the practice problems activity question, you might get an idea and how to proceed with all these things. And at least I hope everyone is clear with all the concepts, whatever I thought today.
Yeah, is it possible to, explain the concept of initial, first, last, and rest of last? One lecture is there in which they are taken some examples. Could you
That
please
is
emphasize
in
on that, sir?
that is in week 5, I guess. Week 5
Yes,
or
sir.
6.
That if possible, that is implementing over here. I'm unable to get that. He has taken one example as 1, 2, 3, 4 as the numbers, and in the initial list he has taken as omitting 1, and if it is last, omitting 4. So that is giving some confusion over there.
Okay. So let's assume this list is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up to 10. If you take first of L, what will be the value? That will be 1. And if you take last of L,
that's 10.
It will be 10. And if you take init of L,
Initial of L is omitting starts from 2.
no, right?
Init will be the
initials
entire element.
1 to 9.
1 to 9.
1 to 9, 7, 8, 9. And if you take rest of L,
2 to 10.
2 to 10. Yeah.
it will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I take first of init of L, then what will be my value?
1.
1. If I take rest of init of L,
2.
2.
it will be
Rest of-
list.
2,
Yes.
3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8,
2,
9.
3 here. Yes.
Not 2, 3.
2 to 9, sir.
It will be 1 to 8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Acha, yes.
Sorry. Yeah,
Sir,
sorry.
init of
Init will be 1 to 9 only.
1 to
Then
9.
rest would be excluding
9.
1.
2 to 9.
Sorry, my bad. I thought init of init. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Similarly, if I take rest of, even I can take here also, last of init of L, I can get
9.
9.
9. So any doubts here? This is how you have to work out. And even I can take further here. Last of, rest of, init of L. This will be 9.
Sir, I have a
Question
doubt
9?
from week 6.
Okay.
Yeah, in the same category, they are using quartiles also, sir. We can use quartiles also for the same to emphasize, sir.
Who is having doubt in week 6?
Me, sir.
Yeah. In which question?
Sir, graded assignment 5 and 6.
Graded assignment 5 and 6. Okay, here what they are trying to ask.
A pair of station closest to the first station in the list. And a pair of station closest to the last station in the list.
Okay. So they are saying stations is a list of sequence visited by train dataset. Each station is a list of name and distance. The first entry is the name and second entry is the distance of this station from the first station in the list. Okay, minimum distance is a procedure to accept the station as a parameter and returns the names of pairs of consecutive which have the shortest distance between them. Okay. Name distance, first entry of the name of the station, second entry is the distance of this station from the first station in the list. Okay. So what we are trying to do here, so procedure has minimum list of stations and you're taking a pair of none, and minimum equal to you are saying 1000 and difference is 0. Previous you are taking as a first of stations. So this will be
name of the station.
It will give you the list, right? Name and
distance.
Distance. Now what you are doing for each x and rest of the stations. So basically what it does is, so this one you have taken out and stored it in previous, and remaining you are iterating in as a rest of stations.
Yes, sir.
So after iterating, what you are doing, diff last of x, last of previous. This
Yes.
previous itself will list like this. So last of previous will give you the distance.
Yes. The
Of
difference of distances.
this first element which is there in your list.
Yes.
So this will give you the current iterating element distance.
Yes, sir.
And finally you are storing something and you have to fill up this code and finally you have to return the pair.
Yes, sir.
So what is the doubt here?
Actually, I got confusion in less than equal to the first and the pair of station closest to the first station and pair of station closest to the last station in the list. I did it opposite, where it is less than equal to, I made it less than, and where it is only less than, then I made less than equal to. So I
Okay.
don't know actually what is.
So, and what they were saying is there may be multiple pairs who's having the same distance. And if we wish to find the pair of closest station to the first station in the list, pair of closest station, first station in the list, which of the following correct? Four. So initially difference is what? 0. And if your minimum distance you will get from calculating something like 12, 17, whatever. So if you find a minimum difference and you are storing it in minimum, and you are storing this pair equal to first of previous and first of x, which is your first station name and which is your iterating station. And this pair will be updated whenever you find a minimum one.
Yes, sir.
So this is last is wrong because last gives you distance. It doesn't gives you name.
Yes, exactly.
But now the problem is between this less than or equal to. That is
Yes.
less than, it is less than or equal to.
Equal to, yes.
But what happens if you take a less than or equal to?
I got confused in this too. I mean,
Let's say a station called Chennai
mhm.
and there is another station, let's say Tambaram, and there is the first station called name 1. For both this, and in between there are so many stations.
Yes.
Many stations
Mhm.
are there. So this is having same distance of 38 and this is also having a same distance of 38. And this is the least minimum distance in your list. So will it return Chennai or Tambaram?
The last one.
If you are having less than or equal to. First it will take this. You find a minimum distance 38. It will store pair equal to pair equal to name and name 1, which is station name, and Chennai. Again you find a minimum distance with Tambaram. So that will be name 1 something this will be pair. Now what your pair will store if you are having less than or equal to, because now you find two things with same distance.
Yes.
Which one your code will return? If it is less than or equal to, it will return
Give
this.
Tambaram.
If it is strictly less than, it will return this.
Yes, sir.
কানলে আমাকে অসুবিধা হবে আমার
Right?
Okay.
So if it is strictly less than, it will return the first minimum distance whatever you found. If it is less than or equal to, it will return the last station you are finding if both stations have same distance.
Okay. I thought
Got it?
I thought there would be I mean many pairs who have the same distances, and then I got confused. It should be I mean there would be many pairs.
That's why the answer is this less than. And they were asking pair of station closest to the first station.
And the next one is the pair of station closest to the last station.
Closest to the last station. So here it is less than or equal. Clear?
No. Both. Oh, yes, less than equal to. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay then.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else, or else we can wind up the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys.
I have a generic
Yes,
question, Praveen. Maybe
Hmm?
I have a generic question. So though I take up the lectures, but you know, sometimes it get bit difficult to manage work and this lecture sometime. So do you suggest like the person from a non-coding or non-programming background to refer the book because most of the time I see I get confused, and whatever the portion was covered in week 5, usually
Oh,
coming to week 6, it like
yeah,
vaporizes.
I understood. Um, but live sessions, I hope the live session covers good
Uh,
concepts,
to be
proper
very frank,
explanation.
with you, this is my first session that I'm attending. So that is the
Okay.
challenge. Time is the challenge.
Okay. How was the session? So since
Session was really
you
great. Session was really great. Yeah, 2 hours is worthwhile attending. But the thing is that whatever session was there, like fourth, fifth session or the third session, whenever I approach to the seventh, sixth, or eighth, so most of the time the previous one get erased.
Mm, okay, so in that case, you can watch the recordings, which is already there in YouTube. And also, there is one book which is referred in your
Yeah, that's
course
what I'm
portal
asking.
also.
Should I go for that book? Will that help me to walk that extra mile, or your
But
suggestion?
that depends on you, because that book will also cover the same concept with some extra pseudocode. If you write like reading the books, you might go with it, or you can go with watching the live session lectures which has been recorded and which is also there in the YouTube. You can prefer
See,
that
what
also,
the challenge I'm
because
facing right now, see,
uh,
I have been watching the lecture whenever I get time, but I don't get a concrete notes or a concrete, able to make the concrete, script out of it, or make a note
mhm.
out of it. So, whatever happened in week 5 till now, everything is blur. So, in that case, should I be going for the book that was prescribed by the professors, or what should I do? What is your suggestion in such case?
My suggestion would be like you go and watch the previous recordings where the instructors have been covered the concepts, and that will be very helpful, because why I'm saying is even I came from non-coding background, and when I
Okay.
started programming, I'm also blank. I don't know what is this and what is dictionary.
Yeah. Okay, then I will definitely work on that. Where is the previously recording session recorded? Like, where can I find
That
out?
will be in the YouTube, the
Okay,
IIT Madras BS degree channel.
okay,
So in that channel, you can click on live. So in that live, all the previous live will be there, and also there will be a playlist for this term. They will be maintained.
is it
You can
possible for you to share the link over in chat box?
chat. I need to find it. Just wait for a minute.
Okay, because there is n number of videos when I click on the YouTube. So
Yeah, yeah.
just to click on the right one, so that's why I need help.
So I'm pasting in chat box. This is the playlist link for this term. It has all the live sessions where the instructor has taken for all the weeks.
Okay, okay,
And in this channel, you can also find the other subjects also for Max 1 and Stats 1 if you're doing.
okay. That works. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Praveen.